Howdy fellow Tenno. This is 10 easy Warframe tips and tricks that you should be doing every week. Number 1, every week, especially if you are a beginner, you should be doing the Maroo's Ayatan hunt every week. If you don't understand what this means, every single week you have a chance of getting a free sculpture, basically. You do have to complete a mission, but it's very simple. To get to Maroo, in your navigation, click on Mars. Then you will see on the right, Maroo's Bazaar. Go to any one of them. It doesn't matter which one. For this one, I am going to switch to Wukong just because it makes it a little bit easier. The faster Warframe that you have, the more mobile it is, the better. As long as you're quick and you know what you're doing, you can do it with any Warframe and you don't need any skills. You can just use the regular movements of the game. Okay, when you get to Maroo, you just want to run straight. And once you see this room, which will probably be filled with a ton of people, try not to click on one of these guys. Go up to this person right here. If you are ready for the Ayatan hunt, click I am looking for Ayatan treasures. It'll give you an option if you are ready or not. This is basically the same thing as you starting a mission. I'll go ahead and show you how easy this can be. When you are loaded into the mission, all you have to do is run to the objective. You do not have to worry about killing anything. What I normally do is deploy my on-call crew, like I talked about in one of my previous videos. If you haven't checked that out, go ahead and go look at that. You can get a very overpowered teammate that lasts for 3 minutes. You want to run straight to the marker. Don't worry about killing anything. Don't worry about picking up anything, because if you fail, it doesn't matter how many times you fail. You will get to retry this over and over again, so don't worry about if you fail it. Okay, you may find a room that looks like this. If you do, step right here. It'll open this up with lasers. Jump up here, come through here, and this will start what you need to do. Reach the end before the door closes, so start moving. This one, for instance, you have to land on this. It'll pull out where you need to go, and just make it to the end of the door before it closes. And voila! You get a beautiful sculpture. That may have seemed a little confusing, but let me just go over it again now that I'm not moving so fast. Every single one of them will be very similar to this. It'll just say reach to the end before the time limit's up. For instance, this one, all you have to do is step right onto this. It's basically a button that will call out this little bridge, which will also open up the doors, but they will be closing, so you have to run and be quick. And go ahead and take the extras that are sitting around. Why not? And from there, go to extraction. In just about 3 to 5 minutes, you can easily get a sculpture. I took a little longer because I was talking about it, but you can do this in under 2 minutes easy with any Warframe. So if you need Endo, or you just like to collect sculptures, do this every week. It's definitely good for beginners. Another one that's still on number 1 will be if you want to help Clem. And I'm only going to address this because who doesn't want to help Clem? Why would you not want to help that beautiful little man? And why would you not want to have him fight next to you? Jokes aside, if you have this as a night wave and you need to help Clem, this is how you do it. You go to a strata relay, like for instance, go to Earth, go to any one of them. Okay, when you are in the relay, you want to fast travel to Darbo Dills. You can do this by going into the start menu, fast travel, Darbo Dills, or if you're on PC, hold down Q and scroll around until you see Darbo Dill. If you want to start the mission, all you have to do is click the very first thing. Does Clem need your help? I don't want to do the mission right now, but if you want to, if you were doing this for the night wave, go ahead and do it. It's very simple. You just protect Clem. That's all you do. Just protect Clem. Make sure he's okay. Make sure he's fine. Other than that, the only reason to do it is to get his Spectre. I don't use it, so I never do this unless it's a night wave, but it's very simple. And all you have to do is come to Darbo Dill, talk to him. Does Clem need help? Start the mission. Now we're on to number 2. And ironically, number 2 is right across from Darbo. We're going to talk about going to Teshin. If you just got to the strata relay, go to the pause menu, fast travel, and go to Teshin. Again, if you're on PC, hold down Q, look over and go to Teshin. You want to come to Teshin every single week, and here is why. But first, I do have to say, this is anywhere close to beginner territory. If you can't do this yet, don't be upset. This is definitely end-game territory. You have to have Steel Path unlocked to be able to do this. But every week, you want to come to Teshin and check Steel Path honors. There will be 2 different things that change every single week. They can be Riven mods, as you can see, ciphers, which if you don't know what that is, if you like to open up ribbons and see what you get out of it, but there's a challenge that you just can't do, or it's very hard. You can use one of these and it automatically does the challenge for you. You can get Kuva, there's Endo, there's so many things that you can get from Teshin on a weekly basis. If you don't need primary arcane adapters, secondary arcane adapters, transforma, or any of the other things in the shop, check these every week. Just like my last video, on a daily, like I said, do your Steel Path incursions. If you do that every single day, every week, you will have enough Steel Essence to be able to buy either one or possibly both of the items in the shop if you want it. Again, you can get Kuva, Riven ciphers, any type of Riven mod, Endo, etc. It is definitely worth checking every single week. Again, just go to a Strata Relay, fast travel to Teshin, talk to them, Steel Path honors, check these 2, the very first 2 every week. If you are like me, I only buy Riven mods, and I don't buy them because I use them. Nope, buy them, hold on to them until I have a decent amount of them, and then I bulk sell. Makes me an okay amount of platinum. I don't need a ton. As you can see, I'm happy where I'm at with 197, but whenever a new Warframe comes out, if I really want to buy it, if it's a prime one, I can easily sell them. I can easily sell them Riven mods and then buy the new weapon or Warframe that I want. But if you want to open up ribbons, go ahead and get some Kuva. Or if you need some Endo, get some Endo. It is a great way of getting resources and items that you need. Alright, number 3. Okay, this is a very, very simple one. You can do it in a matter of 30 seconds and you can get great items out of doing this. Every single week, go to your navigation, go to Earth, and if you have Iron Wake unlocked, you want to click on Iron Wake every single week. Once you're in Iron Wake, you want to run this way, to the very back, right through these doors, and you want to talk to the guy behind the table. Every single week, this guy will have 2 different Riven mods that are completely random, credits, and Kuva. I personally would not use it for credits, but if you really need the credits and you have extra slivers, why not? I use it for Riven mods, like I said, to bulk sell. I get tons of Riven slivers, so all I care about is making platinum using them. Warframe made this so much easier for everyone to be able to get Riven slivers. I do believe it used to be only obtainable while playing on Steel Path, but now you can get Riven slivers from almost any game mode killing Xmas. Again, you want to go to your navigation, go to Earth, go to Iron Wake, run to the very back of the map, talk to this creepy guy, and if there is something that you want, purchase it. It changes once a week. Like I said, for me, I like to make platinum using this. It's not a lot, but if you don't need a lot, like me, you can buy the 2 Riven mods and pray that you get a melee or rifle, because them are the best, and you hold on to them for a little while until you get maybe 6 or 7 or 8, 9, 10. You sell them. Good platinum. Not too bad. And it's just passive. On to 4. This is probably the best thing that Warframe has ever put out for beginners. You guys already probably know what I'm about to talk about. The circuit. If you don't know anything about the circuit, go to your navigation. At the very top right, you should see a weird looking face. Click on that. On the very left, the first option, the circuit. This is the easiest way for a beginner or veterans to obtain certain Warframes. Normally back in the day, you would have to obtain them the hard way, going out and grinding these Warframes. Some of them can be very hard to get, some of them not so much. But the circuit allows you every week to choose between 3 different Warframes that you want. So you can choose either Hydroid, Frost, or Ember, for instance. And say you want Frost, you click Frost. Let's see what I picked, the circuit. Look at this. I picked Inaros. There is 10 levels to the circuit. You have to complete all 10 to be able to obtain the whole Warframe. But the thing is, every single level gives you a decent reward, especially if you are a beginner, because you might not have a lot of these mods, and you definitely will not have a lot of these Arcanes. I probably don't have these Arcanes maxed out. I wouldn't doubt it. But as you can see, rank 1 you get a mod, rank 2 will always be the Neuroptic. Rank 3 will be another random item. Rank 6 will be another random item. Rank 5 will be the chassis. And then it will be another 2 random items. Rank 8 will be systems, another random item. And then rank 10, you will get the blueprint. That is how it'll work for every single Warframe every week. This is a way that new players can get their mastery rank so high, so very fast, and obtain mods that would normally take a lot of time or cost you a decent bit of platinum. You can get all of this just by playing, and the missions are very simple and pretty fun. They're just simple ones like exterminate, assassination, excavation, etc. None of them are hard. They're very easy. And if you have Steel Path, there is a lot of items that you can get. I am not going to get into all the items that you can get in Steel Path because this is more meant for a beginner, and I don't think beginners would be doing this because even I barely do this. But you can get a lot of different stuff by doing either one of the modes. If I was a beginner, I would have loved to have this. Back when I started, I would have absolutely loved to have this. Even being legendary 2, I'm excited about having this because I don't just put all of my old Warframes into the helmet for their abilities. I keep every Warframe that I get unless I have a duplicate. This is my way of getting my duplicate so I can feed my baby in the back of my ship. Again, every week, if there's a Warframe or the items in the pool that you are interested in, I would totally do the circuit every single week. Even if you don't do it, at least just choose an option on both if you have it unlocked and just see what it might give you. It might change your mind and it might make you want to play it. Okay, not much more to talk about with the circuit. Number 5. This is also one that not every new player will have. You have to complete the new war and etc. This is 100% not a beginner weekly thing. This right here is not meant for beginners. But the way I look at beginners is they could have easily already passed the new war quest. So I'm assuming that some of these beginners could still have this unlocked. And it's not that hard to do. You do not have to be a veteran to do this. But if you are just starting out, you probably don't have this unlocked yet. Run through your quest. If you're able to complete the new war, you will unlock it. And if you're like me and you don't like sitting in the drifter camp, go to your navigation, go to Earth, and go to Drifter Camp. It'll switch it. Once you're here, turn around and walk out of your ship. It'll teleport you a little bit, and then walk right up this ledge, right up here, and you will see a couple fellas sitting up here. One of them being Kahl. He might not look exactly how mine looks. Mine looks hideous. I don't know what I did with him. I don't even remember doing it, but don't judge me. Every week, there will be a new mission that you can complete being him. This is why a lot of the Warframe players don't really like doing this mission, but it is one reason why I think it's kind of cool. The reason why people don't really like playing it is because it kind of changes the way that we love the movements of the game. It changes the movements of the game, basically. The movements that we love, the very fast-paced movements that Warframe has, bullet jumping and all of that, you don't have that. You are now basically almost just a regular human being. You got a gun, you got a blade most of the time, you can sprint. There's not really much else to it. but that's why I find it interesting. That can make a lot of other Warframe players not want to play it though, but this is another reason why you should. If you want, you can always try to unlock every item in the shop. I have not done it myself, only because I just really haven't wanted to. I got the weapons and I got the certain mods that I wanted myself, and I haven't been chasing after platinum, so I have not needed to buy out everything and then start buying extras. But if you want to make some decent platinum, do these every week, buy out everything that you want yourself, and then find out whichever one of these mods sell for the most. Buy them, sell them. Buy them, sell them. You will make a decent bit of platinum. Like I said, people do not want to be playing this mission. That is a huge thing. People do not want to play this. So if you're willing to play it, you can make a little bit of profit off playing something someone else doesn't like playing. Easy platinum if you like this mode, or if you just need the mods and weapons and Warframe. I will say again, try it every week. Why not? It's very short, easy, and be kind of fun. And look at the rewards. Why not? Number 6. I'm gonna give a little heads up. The farther we go down the list, each one kind of gradually gets harder, in my opinion. From now on, this would be more of a beginner but kind of intermediate guide. But if you're still a beginner, even if you're just freshly starting out, you will learn a ton from this, and it'll also be like a roadmap that you can use to progress and to be able to figure out what you want to be able to complete, or how strong you need to be able to get to be able to do these things. Number 6 would be Archon hunts. These can be a pain if you don't have the right team. If you want to look at Archon hunts, go to your navigation. At the very top right, the very last thing will be Archon hunt. Click on that. Every single week, all of this will be completely different, down to the Warframe, the weapons, the shard, all of it will be completely different. For instance, you might see 20% instead of 80%. Mine is 80% because every time that you run one of these missions and you don't get a Terraforged shard, it increases the percent chance for the next time that you run it. But every week it'll be a different shard, different Warframe, and different weapons. And these missions can be extremely hard if you don't know what you're doing, or if you just have a bad team. One big thing is if you go down and you bleed out, you're out of the game. It's all over for you, basically. That is the biggest thing you want to know. Other than that, it is not that hard. Archon hunts, run them public, guaranteed. Even if you're not capable of doing it yourself, people will help you. The reason why you want to do this is obvious. Look at that reward pool. Common, a sculpture. Probably the worst thing you can get out of here is a sculpture. That's saying something. Another common, Riven mod. One of my favorite things, like I said. Save them up, sell them. Why not? Or use them. Uncommon. Here's my favorite of all of them. 3-day booster. 3-day booster. Every single week, you have a chance to run 3 missions, which can give you a 3-day booster that would normally cost platinum. This is why I normally want a Riven mod or 3-day boosters, because them are the only things that you have to spend platinum to get. But you can get 8,000 Endo, 12,000 Kuva, Exilus Warframe adapters, 3 Formas. Not just one, but 3 of them. Oricon Catalyst blueprints and Oricon Reactor blueprints. You also have that like 0.000001 of getting a legendary core, because I've never heard of one still to this day. But the thing is, the guaranteed reward is the biggest one. No matter what, you are going to get one of these rewards out of the common, uncommon, rare, or legendary, but you are always going to get one of them rewards, and you are always guaranteed a shard. Whatever color that shard is that week, you are guaranteed to get one of them. It might not be Terraforged, and if you don't understand what Terraforged means, it just means that it's basically a little bit better than the original version. So of course you want that. But no matter what, you will get a shard, plus one of these really good rewards. As a beginner, like I said, it might be a little difficult. If you run in pubs, Probably not if you're able to survive. Like I said, always try. If you don't fail, you'll never succeed. Okay, everyone already knows all about Archon hunts. I don't think I need to talk about it anymore. Okay, number 7. This one I don't even do every week. I barely ever do them every week. But if I really wanted to get a lot of Shards and Arcanes, I should be doing it. 2 things that you should be doing every single week are Netracells and Deep Archimedea. Alright, if you don't know where Netracells or the Deep Archimedea is, go into your navigation, go over to Deimos, and click on this, because I'm not going to try to pronounce it because I will butcher it, but click on this big person's head. Alright, when you are in the place that I cannot pronounce, you want to fast travel. And yes, you can go to the Necrolist to get here as well, but you want to fast travel using the place I can't pronounce. If you are looking for Netracells, you want to go right here. Another one that I'm not even going to try to pronounce. Nope, not even going to attempt to pronounce that, but go right here. This cute little fella. All you have to do is click Netracells. You can do 5 of these every single week. These can be very hard. As you can see, empowered enemies, it makes them a lot stronger. You have no respawns. If you die, it's all over. You might as well just exit out and go restart again. And also, no consumables of any types. But the rewards, they've even been changed not that long ago, which makes them even better, especially if you're looking for Shards or Arcanes, which if you're new, you 100% need these. Look at that pool. Just common is an Archon shard. So instead of having to do 3 missions like when you're doing the Archon hunts, you only have to do 1 mission to get a chance of getting an Archon shard. Plus, it has the chance of it being terraforged. Also with the common is a melee arcane, which, hey, we can use all of them, right? An uncommon is a melee arcane adapter. The thing about this is, obviously with that being uncommon, it means you're most likely gonna get a better item, because you're gonna end up having a lot of melee arcane adapters. You will not have a lot of terraforged or regular Archon shards. They don't come every single day. But if you do this, you can get another 5 chances of getting them every single week. Do I do them? No, not at the very moment. I have just been very busy with these videos, thanks to you guys. But once I get back into Warframe, maybe I'll start streaming it soon. I will definitely be doing this every week. The only heartache is when you get a team that's just not working together. Other than that, it's normally not too bad. It can be stressful though. It is worth the rewards. Now, if you want to get to Deep Archimedea, travel to Lloyd. That's what I'm gonna call it, because I'm a butcher every name. I'm gonna be completely honest. I have probably run this 1 time. I should be doing this all the time. I should check this every week like I'm telling you guys. For instance, there's no chance that I'm running it this week. I don't use either one of them frames. But if you're the type of person that has a good build on almost every frame or weapon, this is a very good way of getting extra materials. It's basically the same as running the Netracell. You get an Archon shard, melee arcane adapter, or another terraforged, and you have a lot of opportunities of getting them. There's 2 opportunities of getting that, and then you have a gold chest that basically just makes it where there's a terraforged Archon shard in the common. I'm not gonna go into deep details on Deep Archimedea. I'm just not going to. There is plenty of videos on YouTube already about this. I've seen a couple really good guides myself. I'm not going to go deep into detail with any of this because I personally don't really know much about it. I will not try to teach you something that I know little about. I will never try to pretend like I am more intelligent than I really am. When it comes to this, I am very ignorant. I've never really played it, but I will say from what I've been told, it is very beneficial if you're able to do it, because it can be very hard. Number 8, if you're still in the same place that you were, the same place that we were just at in number 7, all we need to do is go to fast travel. You want to go to the bird. Every single week, come to this bird, but make sure that you have standing. So make sure to run bounties, and make sure to grab all the Voca you can. As long as you're able to get 30,000 standing every week, which not everybody can do, and then you want to go to shiny treasures. As you can see, easy. It's almost like a free Archon shard. No, it won't be terraforged, but it's a free shard, in a way free. I mean, if you've already done a lot of these missions, you've already bought everything you really want, you can just do 30,000 standing every single week, which you could do in basically 2 or 3 days or less, depending on your mastery rank. And then every single week, you have 100% chance of getting another shard. Every week, it'll be a different one. Never terraforged, but it is an extra shard. Come to the bird, buy you a shard, take that shard and run. Like that. Number 9. This is something that I personally do not do, but I don't need Kuva. If you need Kuva and you like to roll Rivens, you want to do this one thing. Every single week, go over to Zerman and go into the Chrysalis. It doesn't matter which one you go into, obviously. Once you are here, you want to fast travel. You want to click the very bottom one, Yonta. Yonta. I told you I butcher every single name. That's why I don't normally say them. But you want to travel to Yonta. From here, you want to browse Archimedean supplies. I'm surprised that I could say that. Right there. Every single week, this resets and you can get more Kuva. 35,000 Kuva. Almost tempting enough for me to get it, even though I don't use it. Maybe I'll use it one day, so maybe I should start doing it. Either way, if you use Kuva, come to this woman and trade in your pinions. You gotta make sure you have 5 every single week. If you need Kuva, come to Yonta, trade in for 35,000 Kuva. Have fun, and go roll your Rivens. Okay guys, this is the last one, and this one is very simple. Anybody can do this one. It is technically not a weekly one. It's technically bi-weekly, but you should be working towards it every day or at least every week. And what I'm talking about is Maroo. I hope I said that right. He comes to a different relay on a different planet every 2 weeks. This is one of the most important things you want to look out for and you want to be ready for. Like I said in my last video, what you should be doing every day, run relics every single day. Run at least 1 to 5 relics every day. At the end of 2 weeks, all of the extra prime parts that you do not need, you can change in for Ducats or Ducats, however you want to call it, and go trade with Maroo. He has the best mods that you could ever find, and it's the only place that you can find them, and a lot of them are prime mods that would normally cost you a good bit of platinum to buy. If you miss out on buying mods from him or the weapons or whatever else there is in his shop that you may want, you don't know when that's going to be coming back into rotation. It could be a whole entire year that it comes back. I don't know exactly how the rotations work, but I've seen that there are a lot of different rotations. So if you miss out on a mod that you want or need really bad, you might have to wait close to a year, maybe, or maybe more. This is kind of why I put it in the weekly one, because it's bi-weekly, but it's also kind of weekly and daily. Run your relics, maybe 1 to 5 a day. You're 100% gonna have enough to buy whatever mods you need or anything else in the shop that you need. For instance, what I did was I have bought every single mod that he has and every weapon, at least that I know of. I will just have to see if he has anything that I don't have yet, but I do believe that I already bought every mod and every weapon, which means if I don't care about anything else in his shop, if I wanted to, I could buy a bunch of extra prime mods and sell them for platinum. I just choose not to because I don't run relics enough. I need a lot of primed items still. I'm legendary too, but most of the items that I need, ironically, are just primed items. I failed to run relics. I need to run them more. I know this, but every 2 weeks, you want to visit Maroo. Buy every mod that you can, and if you really care about mastery rank, and you really want to get to the highest that you can, buy every weapon that he also brings. If you only care about the mods, just buy the mods though. Again, run relics 1 to 5 times a day, like I said in my past video. After 2 weeks, Maroo will pop up on a random planet in a relay. It will tell you in your inbox. You go buy every mod that you can. And if you're looking for mastery rank, buy them weapons. And alright, we have finally made it to the end. I apologize if this ended up being way longer than I thought. All of them do. Every Warframe video I do ends up being about 30 minutes long, and I expect them to be about 10. But if you're still watching, I appreciate you so much. I just want to thank every single person in the community, the Warframe community, for helping me get out of my shell. If it wasn't for y'all, I don't know what I would be still doing right now. You guys have broken me out of my shell, and I don't like to bring this into videos like this when it's so positive, but you guys have also got me out of my depression. And that is something hard for me to say. But you guys have helped more than you could ever imagine. And so I want to thank you. And that is another reason why I want to continue doing these videos, is because I hope that I am helping you guys at least a portion of the amount that you guys are helping me. I'm trying to give back since you guys are giving to me. Again, if you're still watching, if I helped you out at all, please leave a like. Or not, it's just a polite thing to do, you know? You don't have to. And if you're not already, please hit that subscribe button. I will give a heads up though. I do not only post Warframe videos. It will be probably my top priority for a while, but I will still have a random variety of funny moments and other videos coming out here soon. So if you do not want to subscribe because it's not just Warframe, I completely understand and I will not be upset. But if you want to help out at all and hit that subscribe button, please do. I'll have content coming regularly. All right, enough rambling. I love you guys. I'm out.
Never stop, forget it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top.
Yo, no, I ain't the type to give up. If I do something, man, I do it till I get what I want.